Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Paddle Sweep. It's been 4 weeks since IPL started. I think we have enough data now to kind of look at how each team is doing. And there have been a lot of ups and downs in this IPL. Some teams started off really well, while some teams like DC even struggled to get one win under their belt. I mean, it's been a roller coaster of an IPL 4 weeks so far, Swapnil. And I would say there have been quite a few young players who have caught our eye in the past few weeks. We are going to talk about one of them today, but a lot of them have actually done enough to be featured on our esteemed podcast today. But what do you think, Swapnil? Who are these players who have kind of caught your eye?
I think it's a good mix of both players who are not well known to the entire world, and then players like Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, even Devon Conway has a very good season till now. Yuzi Chahal, Mark Wood started off really well. So there have
Yeah.
been players like who are esteemed superstars of the game, and they have done
Hmm.
as expected. But like someone like a Tilak Varma, who had showed glimpses last year about what his potential is. There is Dhruv Jorel in RR who has done like he
Jurel,
has
yes.
some spectacular hitting abilities. At least I was not aware of this guy
Hmm.
before. There's this new pacer in the Chennai ranks from Sri Lanka under 19 team.
Akash. Oh,
No,
Pathirana.
Akash as well, but Patirana. He has like
Hmm.
a slinga malinga type of bowling style. So
Yeah.
his performances recently have been amazing as well. So there have been a
Hmm.
lot of players who have caught our eyes, some expected, some not expected. But as you said, like today's episode is focused on one player, and that is Rinku Singh. And he has been amazing, to be honest. As a KKR
Amazing.
fan, I have seen all the games, and he has been one of those shining lights in the team where the team has not been performing well, as you can see on the table as well. But Rinku Singh has been performing really well, and he if he gets some support, I can see KKR putting up some more points in the table. But right now, I think he is the lone warrior in the team. Uh,
Yeah.
we all know how well he played against Gujarat Titans. I think it was 39 of 8 balls. And then, winning from there is immense. Like, irrespective of
Hmm.
whatever level you are playing at, 39 of 8 balls is huge. And to do it at a ground at a ground like the Ahmedabad Stadium, which is like a very big ground, scoring five sixes over there or on the last 5 balls, it's amazing. So I think Rinku
Yeah.
Singh also his innings, his partnership with Shardul Thakur, KKR has won just 2 games, and all both of those 2 games required humongous efforts
Special
from
performance by somebody. Yeah.
exactly. So I think KKR were 89 for 5, and then Shardul and Rinku Singh put up like 100 runs of like 45 balls. So that was also immense. And, Rinku Singh's performance over the last 4 weeks is something which is definitely worth discussing on. So what do you think? Like, was this expected given last year's glimpses? And where do you see Rinku going from here?
I think he has been part of the KKR contingent for a few years now, and I think a couple of years back, KKR had a much stronger team, so a place for Rinku wasn't very easy to find. Like he would get like a couple of games, and then he would be out despite how he performed. And I don't think he performed enough to kind of retain a place. But last year, I think he played a couple of good knocks, which kind of uh, told the KKR selectors that he can be a strong player in the middle order. And now this year with KKR's middle order woes and their lack of Indian batsmen, Rinku fits right in, and he has delivered. I mean, we kind of talk about that one knock where he hit five sixes. That was obviously amazing. But other than that, he has scored 230 runs this season at a strike rate of 170. So that is no mean feat. I mean, four scores of 40 plus. He did well in the game along against GT. He did well against in the previous game when he paired up with Shardul to rescue KKR out of a very bad batting collapse. And then even yesterday, I would say he scored. a 50, although they were chasing 235, so even Rinku couldn't save them yesterday. But he has a, I think the best part about Rinku is he can stabilize the innings, he can rotate the strike, but when needed, he can really hit it hard. He's one
Yeah.
of those players who has a decent timing, but he can kind of muscle any ball down the ground. In that innings against GT, Yash Dayal was bowling short pitched at him, and those weren't good balls by no account, but at the same time, to hit them over long on or straight down the ground with a horizontal bat, that is not something that most players can pull off. So Rinku has that ability to hit in areas which you can't exactly set fields for. I think that's his, but at the same time he can he can kind of hit the traditional cricketing shots like a drive through the offside, the regular pull shot. So he has that all-round batting game. uh, I would say for someone like Rinku, the most amazing part is when you get players like that which instantly catch the spotlight through IPL. 5 to 7 years back, wo- he was given a chance to work as a sweeper in a coaching class. From that, from rejecting that to getting into to playing in in random club cricket leagues, to getting into the Uttar Pradesh team, to now actually being a match winner for KKR. I think these are the kind of stories that IPL is known for.
Yeah.
You just catch the limelight instantly.
I
But it
think
is fair to say that, yeah.
just to add over there, so I
Hmm.
think people think of Rinku Singh as this hitter, right, who comes down the
Hmm.
order and just smashes balls all around the park. I think
Yeah.
we saw a very good part in the innings against Hyderabad, where Markram as a captain is like really good, and he actually set some
Hmm.
really good fields. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar is no easy bowler to hit in the death as well. So he was actually using his wrists along, making those
Hmm.
extra acute angles, making those angles for him which do not actually exist in the field. So he is a
Yeah.
very clever player to say the least. Finding gaps in the field, and he's just not an out and out hitter which a lot of people account him
Hmm.
for. So, what do you think is like? Are these numbers like which he's putting up on in the IPL? Like,
Hmm.
is it a fair reflection of how he has performed in the domestic leagues?
Uh, I would say we have his domestic numbers. If you look at his List A career, he has played 46 innings at an average of 53. So List A, for those who don't know, is basically your ODI format, whether it's international or domestic. Of course, in Rinku's case, it's all domestic. But to have an average of 53 there in 46 innings, he has scored 16 50s and a century. So he has been consistent on at the domestic level. Of course, the problem with performing at the domestic level is when you're batting down the order, your numbers don't catch the eye very easily because there are a lot of top order batsmen who score at averages of 50, 60 and end up scoring a lot of hundreds. It's those hundreds that get them matches, that get them call ups for India. So even though Rinku has a tremendous record in domestic cricket, I don't think he was someone who caught the selector's eye solely based on his domestic performances. But with that consistency, along with his power hitting game and his consistent performances in IPL, I think he's definitely someone. If he goes on to have a similar season for the rest of his IPL campaign, I think he's definitely someone that India can look up to play for India in the lower order in T20s. Of course, I know there are a lot of names, but being a left-hander, being someone who has the power hitting game, he is definitely someone who can make it. But at the same time, I think it's still too early. There are a lot of other players who are still waiting for that India call-up. So it's early for Rinku, but at the same time, he's definitely a potential India candidate, in my opinion.
Totally agree. I think with respect to the T20 format, right? India's team has changed over the last few months, and it will change further because of the massive clear out
Yeah.
of the experienced fellows. But
Hmm.
I totally agree. It might be a little too early for Rinku, but a season if he continues like this throughout the season, I don't think a call up is too far.
Hmm. I think that's our assessment for Rinku Singh, and I would say the biggest high of his career, as you can see in this image, is from where he came from to getting a picture with Shah Rukh Khan. I'm pretty sure he is on top of the world at the moment. And let's hope that, for your sake, let's hope that he plays a couple more such innings and actually ends up uh, winning KKR something, because honestly, KKR is struggling very hard and they kind of
Yeah.
need Rinku to rescue them from it, which probably he won't be able to do on his own. So they do need a lot of other players to do a Rinku here.
Yeah.
Okay.